for being with us on a big Sunday evening here on WFAA. I'm Teresa Woodard alongside Joe Trahan. We are live in Boston, just outside of TD Garden. It is game day.
Indeed.
And you know, Joe, it is kind of unusual for me to think of a game 2 in a 7-game series as a pivotal game, but I feel like tonight is, especially because we have late-breaking Luka Doncic news.
Yeah, Teresa, I think you're onto something. I think you're right, and I'm not exactly sure what to make of this because today, this afternoon at about 12:30 Dallas time, the Mavericks downgraded Luka Doncic from probable to questionable with what they're calling a thoracic contusion. Now, that's medical jargon for a chest bruise. But I'm not exactly sure, like I said, what to make of this or how this happened. Because if we go back to yesterday, Luka Doncic was at shoot-around, looked fine, his usual playful self, working with his teammates and assistant coaches, preparing for game 2. Apparently something happened between then and now. And since he's questionable, I would be shocked if he doesn't play tonight. And now the question arises, how much tougher will it be for Luka to be at his best? Because he and Kyrie Irving both have to do a better job of getting everyone involved than they did in game 1 to try and even up this series.
There's no panic with this group. We don't, we didn't play well in game 1. Give credit to Boston, they did. But it's a series, and we don't just look or capitalize on just one game.
I think just be a little bit more aggressive. I think we all came out of the game with little energy. So I think we gotta be better with our energy, especially from the start.
Now, that was Luka yesterday, and that, of course, was before the news broke. But I think he made a great point, right? They do have to be more aggressive. They have to get into their offense quicker. The question remains, though, will he be able to do that and be able to be at his best? Because that's exactly what this team needs now.
It's uncomfortable for Mavs fans right now to think about this. And, you know, Derek Lively yesterday said he felt like they eased into game 1 and they shouldn't have. And he said they just need to play their brand of basketball instead of the brand that the Boston Celtics want them to play.
And their brand of basketball is Luka Doncic sharing the basketball, getting everyone involved. Wasn't able to do that in game 1, has to do it in game 2. Let's hope he's physically able.
All right, we're going to send it inside now to the TD Garden courtside. Jonah Javad is there. So, Jonah, have you seen Luka yet?
Yeah, we actually did. Luka Doncic took the floor about 1 minute ago. This is far earlier than he normally warms up before games, but he's on the court now. You see him working out with Mavericks assistant God Shamgod. He's at the free throw line getting some shots up, dealing with that thoracic contusion. But I'm with Joe here. It would have to be something really tough for him to not play through tonight, given all the injuries he's played through already in the postseason. So we're going to keep monitoring him throughout warm-ups here, and we'll have you updated on social, and we'll get you updates here in the show as we can. But heading into game 2, Mavericks fans may be a little bit on edge. I can tell you the team is not. They are confident in their ability to bounce back. Keep in mind, the Mavs haven't lost back-to-back games with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving in the lineup since March 5th. And during this playoff run, they are undefeated in Game 2s, beating the Clippers, Thunder, and Timberwolves all on the road. But the Celtics are a different beast, especially when Kristaps Porzingis plays like he did in Game 1, dominating on both ends of the floor in his first game back from injury since April.
It's like a relief, being back on the court, healthy, winning the game, starting off the series the right way. It was definitely a relief.
We got to make it tougher on him. When he starts to, get going, he can shoot it from half court, with range. And so we got to be able to take some of those threes away. You got to count that he's got a good chance of blocking his shot. So we got to take advantage of his overhelp at times.
After the Mavericks lost Game 1, I was in the locker room, and there was no sense of panic or anything like that. This is a team that's been resilient all year, all postseason as well. So what I would expect is a sense of urgency tonight. Not panic, but urgency, because you don't want to fall down 0-2 in a series to the Celtics. Again, Luka Doncic warming up behind me. He looks pretty normal. We'll see if he's good to go here for Game 2. All right, we are going to go outside to my guy, Jobin, who's getting lined up with some Celtics insiders. Is that right?
Yeah, hey, when in Rome, as they say, or in this case, when in Boston. Game day is just different here in Boston. You know how that is, Jonah. There's 20,000 fans inside TD Garden. They're crazy, but it's the 100,000 people that are in and around the city that really make this an incredible environment, incredible sports place to play. But it's not just the players getting ready. We want to show you some images. Josh Pereira is a busy man during these finals. He's been doing house calls all week. He cuts hair for players and staff members for the Celtics. Talk about pressure. He says he doesn't see it any differently. He knows his work is in full view. Title City Barbers is a family-run shop. They have 5 locations, but for a lot of his professional clients, he goes to them, including Dallas Mavericks guard Jaden Hardy, who he lined up just before Game 1.
I already had the Dallas Mavericks cape. Most of the guys that like to stay crispy, especially in the finals, a lot of cameras.
No, we stopped by TD Garden today, hours before that game. Even broke the news to some people as we had reported that Luka was listed as questionable. We see him on the court now for that game with that injury.
Luka downgraded to questionable for Game 2 on finals. Luka's gonna play, bro. Luka's gonna play.
They are confident that Luka is going to play. Dia and Matt, this is the first time I've heard the word crispy used to describe a haircut. What the things you learned today?
Jobin, come on now.
Crispy sounds like a good haircut, right? I mean,
yes.
I don't know. That's a good thing?
Crispy means it's popping.
Okay, all right. There you go.
Appreciate y'all.
I think
chicken maybe, but a haircut?
Well, I think you're right, Joe, but I think that Luka is going to play, thoracic contusion or not. We'll see him on the court.
We're less than 90 minutes away from the Mavs watch party at the AAC in Dallas.
And fans are hoping the team can turn it around for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Let's get to WFAA's Michelle Montaigne. She's live in Dallas ahead of the big party. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Matt, thanks, guys. Yeah, doors open here in just over 20 minutes. And while it's empty in the bowl behind me, they are expecting thousands of people to flood this place. In fact, Game 1 saw over 10,500 fans come watch the game at the watch party here at the AAC. Unfortunately, they didn't get the result that they wanted, as they shared with us after Game 1 here.
I'm a little sad, but it's okay. I still believe in that.
Man, I don't know what's going on out there, but we get it next time. I'll tell you that right now.
It's a long series. It's a long game. Mavs in 5. We're going to come back here. We're going to pick both up in Dallas. We're going to get the second one in Boston. We're going to close it out here.
All right, so Mavs in 5, bold prediction from him. That was actually my prediction as well. Guys, as Jonah just told us earlier, the Mavs have not lost a Game 2 in this postseason. Thousands of people expected to come watch them, hopefully keep that streak alive. So as we know, doors open at 6 o'clock. Tickets are just $10. All proceeds go to a good cause, the Mavs Foundation. So if you don't have plans, come on out to the AAC. Come watch Game 2 with just, 1,000 of your closest friends. Hey, I'm just hoping for a better result here tonight so that when I talk to fans after the game, they're a little happier to talk to me than they were to you, Matt, when you were here on Thursday night.
All right, thanks for that, Michelle. Don't forget, WFAA is your home for the NBA Finals. Our pregame show starts at 6 p.m. The game tips off at 7. We'll have all of your postgame reaction and those interviews Michelle was talking about right after the game. That's coming up for WFAA News at 10.
All right, it is time for a check of your